In today's video, I wanted to talk about some of my newborn slash baby slash mama must-haves. There's just a few things that I really used when Evie was a newborn, and she's 4 months old now, but there's still some things that I continue to use, and so I wanted to let y'all know what those were, and then I have some things that as a mama I really used and they were really important to me, and I still use them to this day. Evie's in the background if you can hear her. She's playing on her little jumperoo. So throughout my pregnancy, I would always get on YouTube, and some of the YouTubers that I followed, they always had the newborn must-haves video, and I looked at those videos all the time. As a new mom, I had no idea what I needed. I didn't know what to register for. I didn't know what I was gonna need. I didn't know what was good, what was bad. I spent so long trying to figure out what were the best products that I wanted to get, and so those YouTube videos really helped me out. So that's why I wanted to sit down and do one for y'all in hopes that this might help some of the expecting mothers out there, or maybe some moms who have newborns or babies that might just want to pick up a few of these things because it might help you. So that's why I wanted to make this video. So let's get started. So the first thing on my list that I really encourage every mom out there to get is the Boppy Lounger. It's not the Boppy like the breastfeeding pillow. I did have that one, and I used it for a little bit, but I didn't use it for that long. However, this Boppy Lounger has been a lifesaver. So I registered for the pink one, and this is what it looks like. Evie's in the background. It's really big. I'm trying to get it in the screen. And so, yeah, this is how it looks. It's got the little indentation in the middle, and I don't know what it is, y'all, but not only does Evie, a lot of my friends have this too, and all the babies love this thing. When she was younger, she had already transitioned to her crib. However, she got a really bad cold, I think around week 6 or 7, and she was really congested. And so what we did, we just stuck this in her crib, and it's elevated, so it keeps herself a little elevated, which helped her congestion. And seriously, it's a lifesaver. I highly, highly, highly recommend it. I registered for this on Amazon. That's where I did my baby registry, but I know they sell them everywhere. I think Target and Bye Bye Baby might have them. And they have a few different colorways, so if you have a boy or if it's a surprise, you don't know what you're having, I think they have some neutral colors. But yes, I highly recommend this. It's seriously a lifesaver. We use it all the time, still to this day. She's getting a little too big for it, but even like if I need a break, if I'm trying to get ready or something, I just stick her on this and she's content, and it's awesome. So I definitely recommend the Boppy Lounger. The second thing that I recommend is the Rock and Play. I'm sure if you have done your research, you see that probably all of the mothers out there recommend the Rock and Play. When Everly was a newborn, she would not sleep in the Halo bassinet that we had. And not that I'm discrediting the Halo bassinet, it's awesome. I definitely recommend that as well. But when Everly was a newborn, for about the first 6 weeks, she hated being swaddled. Seriously, hated it. And so therefore, when we would put her down and lay her down the bassinet, she would startle herself and she would wake up. So she never slept. She never slept in that thing. So the Rock and Play, that's where that comes in. That was the only thing that she would sleep in for probably the first 6 weeks until we transitioned her over to the crib around, I think it was week 6 or week 8. I got the Fisher-Price Rock and Play. I believe it's the bunny. They have like different characters that you can get. I wish I could show y'all. I'm sure you know what it looks like. It's sitting right here, but it's kind of too big to get. However, it has a little switch, and you can, has a vibration option. We turn the vibrating option on all the time, and she really liked that. It soothed her a lot. So I definitely recommend it. I know there's another version of the Rock and Play that automatically rocks. I think you can just turn on a switch and it rocks by itself. I didn't get that one. I think the one that I registered for was about $50 or $60. And of course the other one's a little more expensive, but this one did the trick. And oh, I highly recommend it because that's the only way Everly slept for those first about 6 or 8 weeks. The next thing that I want to talk about and that I highly recommend is the Playmat. Ours is a Tiny Love, that's the brand, the Tiny Love Playmat. And it's just those flat mats that they lay on, and it has the little characters that hang above them, and they dangle, and they have some music. Some have music, and there's so many options out there. I believe ours was maybe like $40. It folds up, it's portable. We bring it all over the place. When my mom babysits Everly some days during the week, we bring it over there, and it's awesome. Ever since Everly was a newborn, I would put her on it, and it's great for tummy time because when they're on their stomach, they can see the characters on the bottom, so that stimulates them, and they have interaction with that. And still to this day, we stick her on the playmat and she loves it. Now she's grabbing at the toys that are above her and she tries to put them in her mouth, and there's a little mirror on the side that she rolls over and she can look at. We have definitely gotten our money's worth with the playmat, so I definitely recommend one of those. Like I said, there's tons and tons of options out there. So you can get just basic playmats, you can get really elaborate ones with lights and music and all sorts of gadgets. So do your research and find what's best for you, but the one that I have is the Tiny Love playmat, and I definitely recommend it. The next item on my list, I'm sure everyone knows is a must-have, and it's a pacifier. When I did my registry, I registered for the Wubba Nubs because I heard great things about the Wubba Nubs. Everyone raved about them, so I registered for some, and that was the only pacifiers that I had when Everly was born. Well, she did not like them. I don't know why. I don't know if maybe they were just too big or too heavy for her small little mouth, but she just didn't like it. And she might have just not liked the actual nipple on the pacifier. Maybe just didn't like the shape of it, or I'm not sure. So probably about 2 weeks of trying to get her to like the Wubba Nubs, I was like, okay, she's not liking it, she's not getting used to it. So I went out to Target and I just got the Ma'am brand. It's just like the regular pacifiers, these kind. My mom said that we used these when we were little babies. Yeah, do you like it too? Yeah? She's laughing. But yes, I definitely recommend any kind of pacifier, especially in those, whoa, my goodness. Sorry. Especially in those early days, in those early weeks when you're desperate for some sleep or desperate to soothe them. I definitely recommend a pacifier. I know there's some articles and some things that say, especially if you're breastfeeding, not to give them pacifier because they might have like the nibble confusion or this and that, but Everly had no problem at all with that, and the pacifier was a must for us. I mean, we needed a pacifier, and as they get older, we use it all the time. So I definitely recommend the pacifier and the pacifier clip. We didn't have the clip when I first just bought these. We didn't have the clip. And of course they would fall all over the floor and then I couldn't use them. So I got the clip, and I mean, it's awesome. You just clip it to either their bib or their clothes. When they spit the poppy out, it doesn't fall on the floor. So just in case, I know there's so much to think about when you're registering for your baby registry, or when you have a newborn and you're trying to think of things to get them. And so sometimes these go unnoticed, and they did for me. I didn't even think to register for one of these or even just pick them up or whatever you want to do. So I definitely recommend you just going out and grabbing some of these. I got these at Target. They're very cheap, like a couple bucks. I got like a 2-pack and we use them all the time. So I know the pacifier and the clip is kind of a given as a must-have, but sometimes you just don't think about these things. So I just wanted to put it on my list and recommend it to you guys just in case you might not be thinking about it. So definitely a pacifier and a pacifier clip. Some other givens that are on any new mom's must-have list are bibs and burp rags. I knew I needed these when I registered and when I was getting some stuff before she was born and just getting everything ready for her, but I didn't really know just how much you actually do use them. We didn't really use bibs in the beginning for the first couple weeks just because she didn't really spit up, she wasn't drooling at that time. But we used the burp rags just in case, like when we were burper, if something came up. But those weren't really necessary like in the first few weeks. However, once she started eating more and she started spitting up a lot, this is when the burp towels and the bibs. I'm sorry guys, she's really talking today. Do you hear? So now that Everly is 4 months old, we use bibs like crazy. In one of my previous videos, I mentioned we go through at least 4, sometimes 5 bibs a day. Oh look, who's here? Look who's here.
Is it too bright?
I don't know. Look. Oh. Is it too bright? I got the new ring light, so I'm using it today, and this is the first time she's seen it. Okay. Bye-bye. Oh, no pants either. No pants today again. So yes, the bibs, a must-have. we go through at least like 4 bibs a day, just because not only does she spit up a lot, she drools like crazy. So I definitely recommend some good bibs and burp cloths. I got a pack of, I think, 5 or 7 bibs at Bye Bye Baby. They're an organic kind. There's like the normal burp rags, which you can get anywhere, but then there's kinds that I think they're called burp diapers, and these are the ones that I definitely recommend. This is what one of the burp diapers looks like. It's thicker, it's definitely more absorbent than like the regular burp cloths. Now this is a cute little print. I think my mom got these made for my baby shower. I know on Amazon that you can get like a pack of 10 for a really decent price. So make sure you look for the burp diapers, and I mean, obviously they're burp cloths and you use them as burp cloths. I definitely recommend these kind. Another baby must-have that I recommend is the 4Moms bathtub. I registered for it and I got it at my baby shower and we love it. That's the only thing that we've used since she was born to bathe her in. When she was really little and a newborn, we got the newborn insert. It's like this little yellow foam insert that you can put, but now that she's bigger, we don't even use that anymore. But I love the 4Moms bathtub so much because it has a temperature gauge. So it measures the temperature of the water, and when it's ready, it'll pop up on the little screen and it'll like blink green so that you know that the temperature is where it should be and it's good for the baby. And so that's just really helpful, and it's nice size. It fits in our double sink. It's got like a little cup with it that you can use, and so I definitely recommend the 4Moms bathtub. All of my recommendations that I have talked about on this video, I will do my best to link in the description box below so that y'all can go check them out. Now, as far as my must-haves for all the mothers out there, either expecting moms, new moms, moms with little babies, I think these can be used for any stage. So these are just a few things that I recommend for the mamas out there. So this is what I recommend for all the mothers out there that are breastfeeding. This might be a given, but a breast pump is a must. Now, I'm a working mom, and so on the days when I go into work, I bring my pump. And oh my gosh, I don't know what I would do without it. The one that I have is the Spectra S2, and this is what it looks like. Obviously, it comes with the tubes and the pump and stuff, but this is just the base. I just wanted to show y'all how it looked. And this thing is awesome. Not only is it super quiet, I was expecting like a breast pump to be really loud and obnoxious, but it's super quiet. There's a night light on it in case you need a pump during the night. And I use this thing all the time. Like for me, when my milk first came in and I had all the engorgement, I had to pump. I don't know what I would have done. I mean, I guess you could try to hand express, but that would have taken forever, right? Oh. So I definitely recommend a breast pump. I remember when my breast milk first came in, my boobs were so engorged and they hurt like crazy. Engorged? I hope y'all couldn't just hear that. I don't know what. So my boobs were really engorged and they hurt like crazy. So what I would do, just even throughout the day and at night, I would pump just to relieve some of that pressure that was built up in my boobs, just because it obviously the milk hadn't regulated yet because it was so early on and it had just come in. And I mean, even now I use this thing every single day. Like I've mentioned in some of my previous videos, we give Everly a bottle of breast milk before we put her down at night. So while my husband is feeding her that, I just pump. And now that Everly's older and she's starting to sleep longer periods at night, some nights, on good nights, she might only wake up once. And during the night when she'll wake up and I nurse her, she only feeds on one side because she eats for maybe 5 minutes and she falls asleep on me. So on the nights that she only wakes up once, maybe twice, I don't get to feed her off of each side. So one side of me is really engorged. So after I feed her, I'll just go and I'll pump, and I don't know what I would do without it. It's light, it's compact, I stick it in a bag, I bring it to work. There's adapters that you can even put in your car, so when we've gone on trips or maybe we're out for a long time at night going to a concert or a football game or whatever it is, I can just bring the adapter and I can pump in the car. It's seriously a lifesaver. I got my pump through my insurance, so it's absolutely free. I know there's a lot of websites that you can check. Call your insurance companies because a lot of insurance plans cover breast pumps, so you really probably shouldn't even have to pay for one. The next thing that I recommend for mamas who are breastfeeding are nursing pads. Yay! Seriously guys, these things are a must-have, especially if you produce a lot of milk, or I know even early on when your milk's not regulated and your boobs are just going crazy and you're leaking all over the place. I definitely recommend nursing pads. These are the Lansino, I believe that's how you pronounce it. The Stay Dry. They have a few different kinds. I get the Stay Dry ones, and this is a pack of 100. It's a very reasonable price, and they work wonders. Seriously, I only have to use just one pair a day. I mean, they last me all day and actually all night. I definitely recommend these because it's not cute when you look down and you just have leakage all over your boobs, through your clothes. It's not a very pretty look. So I definitely recommend some nursing pads. These are very absorbent. I love them. I'm sure there's other brands that are just as good, but these are the ones that I got in the very beginning, and these are the ones I'm sticking with because I love them so much. A few of the other things that I recommend if you are breastfeeding are nursing tanks and nursing bras. Now, I know some people don't even recommend getting nursing bras. You can just use your regular bras or whatever you want, but I use my nursing bras every single day. That's all I wear. I haven't worn a regular bra even since I was pregnant. I seriously wore nursing bras probably starting my 3rd trimester because my boobs were just so big and it was uncomfortable to wear regular bras with the wire, and I wanted nothing to do with that. No constriction, none at all. The nursing bras that I got are the ones at Target, and they're super soft and they're so comfortable. There's no wiring whatsoever. I seriously wear them every single day, so I definitely recommend you get some. And as far as the nursing tanks, I wear them at night. It's so easy because I literally use them as PJs. I mean, that's what I sleep in. I just sleep in like my nursing tank, so whenever she gets them during the night, I just have to unclasp it and feed her, and it's that easy. I got mine at Target. They're very affordable. I think you can get some on Amazon, so definitely do some research and just find which ones that you like. Now, the last thing on my list that I have as a must-have for mamas, well, this is kind of for mamas who might suffer from acne or are just having some really bad skin problems throughout their pregnancy, and obviously postpartum if you're breastfeeding. I suffered from really bad acne throughout my pregnancy, and I'm just now kind of starting getting out of that stage. My skin is finally starting to kind of even out and get better. But during your pregnancy, you have to be very careful as to what kind of face products you use. And so I did tons and tons of research as to what can help with acne or breakouts, and there's just not a lot of stuff you can use. You can't use things with salicylic acid, I believe I said that right, that's a tongue twister. Benzoyl peroxide, you can't use stuff with that, and so it's very, very limited as to what face products for acne you can use. I found this face wash and acne spot treatment, and it's the Belly brand, I believe. This is what it looks like. I'm sorry, it's dirty. It's because I use it all the time. It's anti-blemish facial wash, and it has lactic acid, green tea, and cucumber. And this stuff is seriously awesome. I really think it helped me with my acne and my breakouts throughout my pregnancy, and obviously I still use it to this day because I'm breastfeeding. And so even when you're breastfeeding, you still can't use those products that were banned during pregnancy because those things can get into your breast milk and therefore they go into your baby. So you can't use any of that stuff yet. So basically, as far as face wash and acne products and what you put on your face, you have to seriously still treat postpartum like you did during pregnancy. So I use this stuff every single day. It's a great face wash. I highly recommend it. It also comes with a acne spot treatment, which I also use. I got this off of Amazon. That's where I buy it, but I was at Bye Bye Baby the other day and they have it there. I'm not sure where else they might have it, but I know those 2 spots have it, so I definitely recommend this if you're suffering from acne or you just have blemishes during your pregnancy or postpartum, and if you're breastfeeding. So the Belly brand face wash is a must. So that was just a quick list of some of my newborn / baby / mama must-haves. There's a ton of stuff out there that you can get for your babies, and all mamas and babies are all different, and some products that work for Everly might not work for your baby and vice versa. So these are just some of the things that I really, really enjoyed that I used when she was little and some that I still use to this day. I hope that these recommendations can help you decide on what you might want for your baby. Thank you for watching this video. I really appreciate it, guys. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I will see y'all in the next video. Bye!